See, dear students, now we are learning about graphical representation of data. Okay. See, if you present data using pictures or graphs, okay, it would be easy to understand, okay, what you are trying to present, because pictures speak better than words. Okay, that is the greatness of pictures. So if you present data using pictures or graphs, it is called graphical representation of data. There are three types of graphical representation. One is bar graph, second is histogram, third one is frequency polygons or frequency curves. Frequency curves, frequency polygons. This is another type. So, graphical representation, there are four types of graphical representation: bar graph, histogram, frequency curves, frequency polygons. So in bar graph, what we do is we take the variable on x-axis and the numbers on y-axis, okay, and we draw rectangles maintaining uniform width and uniform distance between them. Okay, we are going to draw the rectangles, and you have to maintain uniform width and uniform distance also. Okay, it is most important. See, for example, I am giving an example for bar graph. Okay, way of transportation and number of people using that transportation. Say in a locality, way of transportation and number of people who are using that kind of transportation. So say bicycle, in a locality I am saying, bicycle, okay, bike, which is two-wheeler. What I mean to say, bike means not only Pulsar 220, it can be kinetic Honda also. So bike, it is two-wheeler. Auto, car, bus. Of course, I am not using metro train here because of this corona, even bus also stopped. So because situation is demanding, I am even removing this bus transportation, okay, because we are now in corona situation. So of course these all we are seeing, except that buses and metros. Suppose say in a particular locality, okay, number of people who are going by bicycle is say 5, and bikes are used by 10, autos are used by, okay, 15 people, and cars are used by say 20 people. It's a random number. See here, there is no any specific reason for me to take these numbers. Okay, please don't think more than required about these numbers. Sir gave some gap, so in that gap what he did, in mind what he calculated. Okay, please don't think in all those lines. These are just random numbers. Okay, now on x-axis what you have to do is you have to take variables. and on y-axis you have to take numbers. And this variable is a car, okay. Say here you take, which I'm taking scale on y-axis as 1 centimeter is equal to 5, like this. I took scale on y-axis as 1 centimeter is equal to 5 units. Now here say this is car. Next this is car. Okay. First let us begin with bicycle. Okay. Bicycle, how many are using 5? So here just take a rectangle. Bicycles are used by 5 people in that locality. So take this bar, rectangle or bar, whatever it may be. So see that this width and the gap between rectangles maintained, okay, constantly. So the next variable is bike, okay. With the uniform width you have to draw the bar. So though it is approximately also maintain uniform width, okay. And using bike 10 people are traveling, so that bar will come up to 10, like this. Next, auto being used by 15, this gap also should be maintained constantly, okay. There should not be any difference between the gap between the bars, okay. Though you are drawing approximately, please maintain constant gap. And auto being used by 15 persons in the locality, so bar will come up to 15, like this. And finally this is what bike, this is what auto, and then finally car being used by 20 people, so maintain uniform gap and width, go up to 20. So this is called bar graph here, and it is car. So by seeing this graph you can easily understand, okay, most of the people of the locality are using car, and in, okay, least number of people are using, okay, bicycle. So like this you can, okay, analyze the graph, okay, once the bar graph is drawn. Understood? Now dear students, we are learning histogram. Histogram means, see, if a grouped frequency distribution is in continuous form, that is in exclusive form, okay. So a continuous grouped frequency distribution is expressed, okay, graphically, okay, using bars, then it is called histogram. So histogram means if a continuous frequency distribution is expressed graphically in bars, okay, it is called histogram. In that on x-axis we take classes, and on y-axis we take the number of observations, that is frequency. Did you understand? So now there won't be any gaps between the bars in histogram. That is the main difference between, okay, main difference between the bar graph and histogram is that there won't be any gaps between bars in histogram, but in bar graphs, okay, there will be gaps. So on x-axis we take the classes, and on y-axis we take frequencies. So that is like this, okay. Now here we take frequencies. So on x-axis I took scale as 1 centimeter is equal to 10 units, and on y-axis I am taking the scale as 1 centimeter is equal to 5 units. The scale you can choose by your own. There is no any restriction that everyone should follow the same scale. Now you are from 0 to 10, you are seeing the frequency 5. And from 10 to 20, you are seeing the frequency 25. From 20 to 30, you are seeing frequency 15. From 30 to 40, you are seeing frequency 20. And from 40 to 50, you are seeing frequency 30. This is called histogram. Understood? This is histogram. Then what is frequency polygon? Why to take another example? Here only I will explain. This histogram is finished. Suppose for the same data, okay, if the questioner is asking to draw, okay, frequency polygon, what you have to do is, you have to take the midpoint of each bar here. Yeah, like this. I have to take the midpoint of each bar, exact midpoint. Okay. Then all these midpoints are to be joined with line segments. All these midpoints are to be joined with the line segments, like this. Okay, then this is called frequency polygon. So to draw frequency polygon, first you have to take histogram. Okay, after taking histogram, you have to plot the exact middle points of the classes. After that, all those midpoints are to be joined with line segments. Then it is called frequency polygon. Did you understand what is frequency polygon?